Okay, I'm going to attempt to voice over this video while I'm editing it. This colony is the one that I made a short video about a few days ago. I titled it, "I'm gonna kill this colony" or something like that. And everybody's like, why are you gonna kill it? This colony here is at a nursery, a plant nursery where a lot of people work and shop. And I've had these bees here since 2017 or 2018. And a couple years ago they got really mean. I split them all down, let them raise new queens, and they were fine for a whole year. And now this year, for some crazy reason, the business owner called me and said, "You got to get over here and get rid of these bees. They were stinging people all over the place." So I went over there, and she was right. They were really nasty. I wasn't even doing anything, and they were just covering me. So now what you're looking at is that colony. It's 2 deep 5-frame boxes and a 5-frame medium on top, which was mostly honey. It's still pretty heavy and it's awkward and tall, so it was hard to try to take it home that way. So what I did was, the day before, I moved the whole colony forward, which is where it is now, where I'm standing. It was originally where you can see to the left on the screen, there's a little bit of a hive there. You can see that's where they were. So I moved them forward a few feet, and I put an empty hive in their place, and I put a queen in there from home, so that all the foragers and all the older bees would go back to that hive there that you're seeing on the left. And even that setup right there is full of bees. But it has most of the ones that are going to attack you in there. So my plan today was to just come over here and split this hive here up. Just split it up. I didn't care what I was putting in the boxes. Here I'm just pulling out honey frames, and I'm just going to put them in the box. I have 3 poly nukes set up in front of me, which I'm going to put them in. I'm just looking for the queen. All kind of crazy things happen in the days after this, trying to find this queen. I do find her in this video, but then I forget which box I put her in. That turned into a disaster because somebody said they would take the queen. They wanted to take her, and they didn't care how mean she was. I said, okay. I ended up taking them the wrong box that didn't have the queen in it, and I actually found the queen today in another box. There's a whole bunch of stuff that happened. But so here I'm just pulling out the honey frames, putting them in. So even though on this video they don't look very mean, none of my colonies are like this. None of them come out like this. None of them sting your hands like crazy and try to get in every crack on your suit. So this one had to go. Another thing is, by killing the colony, it doesn't always mean that you exterminate all the bees and everything in it. Simply by requeening, you kill the genetics of that colony. So that's what I'm doing with this whole setup here. On this yard I have 4 other colonies that are pretty much fine. One of them is a little testy, but nothing like this one. So here I'm just looking. I think these are all medium honey frames. I don't remember exactly what I did, but I was kind of splitting them up, trying to make some kind of reasonable nukes that I could just requeen. And I'm not really being too rough, but I'm not being extremely easy with them. But you can see, even though I move this colony forward and let them all filter back to that other setup, it's still totally packed. There were a few queen cells, so they were getting ready to swarm also. Just putting them in. Did I get them all out of the box yet? Take this medium off, yeah. shake the bees into the boxes over here in a second. So of course my phone has to ring every time I'm trying to work bees. So I'm gonna walk off and take care of this real quick. So I took care of a little phone call. Now I'm back to going through this hive here. Let's see what we got. I'm watching this video again with everybody. I don't really remember everything. It's just a completely packed colony. I at least show the frames a little bit. Looking for the queen. All the bees in this colony are very dark colored, so she's not easy to find. I'm also not somebody who really focuses on brood patterns or anything like that, but this queen really laid perfect frames, like grand champion laying frames. So while I'm here, I'll also say that on this yard I keep maybe 6 or 7 colonies. I try to keep them under control. I go there a few times a year and take splits out of them, and I don't really try to produce a ton of honey. Just like everybody should know, I'm not a honey producer. I'll split these colonies up and make nukes. Sometimes they'll still swarm and land on that tree you can see in the background to the left a little bit of me. That, I don't know if that's a spruce tree back there, but they either land on that tree or on the bushes there. But this is more like a proving yard here. These bees, of course, have never been treated. They've never been fed. This is a good area for just putting bees and just letting them go like everybody says you can't do. I've been doing that here for years. And sometimes they get a little mean just from open mating. But this is just an out yard that I don't really pay too much attention to. Check it a few times a year. The inspector checks it every year. And it's been a great yard, really. It does better than my yard at home. Most of the time. So here I'm just looking through a little more. If I look a little busted and disgusted, it's just because I hate wearing a big heavy suit and dealing with bees that are trying to sting you too much. I don't mind getting stung, it's not a big deal, but I don't like getting stung 50 times. One of these frames that I pulled out was 100% drone brood. Left to right, top and bottom. I think it was this one. I can't tell right here as I'm watching it back. But those look to me like drone cells. It was 100% drones. And I think that was in the nuke that I gave to somebody. I gave him the wrong nuke. I mean, I didn't charge him for it, but I might have to go back and get that back because I want to cook up some more drone brood and eat it again like I did a couple years ago. So now I'm just trying to figure out where am I going to put this big old drone brood frame. I don't remember what I'm thinking here. Looks like I'm pulling a medium out. Yeah, I'm just mixing everything up. Oh, we're at the last little nuke box finally. Give him a little smoke. See what we got down here. Clean it up a little bit. This is the first time they're being checked since probably, oh my goodness, September. And this little bit of burr comb really isn't much, but I'm kind of done. As you can see, I'm just throwing everything. I just want to get the heck out of here. But look at how nice these frames come out. I do remember they all came out really nice. They weren't all attached to the side or anything. And there's a really nice brood pattern I was saying about. I think at this point is where I find her. I'm kind of shocked. At least I brought her over to the camera this time. Let's see, making sure I got her on the frame. And there she goes, bottom left, going towards the middle. Now looking back, I wish I would have remembered which box I put her in. Because this is the box that I still had at home when I thought I took it to my buddy. Funny thing is, today I found her and I quick grabbed her and I was trying to put the box back together with her in my hand and I dropped her back into the box. And then I couldn't find her again. So she's still out in my yard somewhere, but I'm going to find her tomorrow. I'm finding her tomorrow and gonna cage her right away. Look at, yeah, that'll be the thumbnail right there. Both sides. Treatment-free beekeeping. There, just cleaned it up a little bit, and I think at this point is where I'm thinking this is a really pretty looking frame here, so let me grab my phone out of here, make a little quick short video. And this is where I make the short video that I posted a couple days ago. I'm just holding it up, getting a little shot from this side. This is funny watching myself make another video. Trying to get it all in there. Spin it around without dropping it. Get a little video. That's all there is to it. 1,500 views. Now I'll just put that in here. Finally pulling out this last frame of the whole thing, and it's just more of the same. Just wall-to-wall brood, packed with bees. Put this last one away in the queen box. Move this out of the way. And then the last thing to do is to get this last box completely out of the way, get everything out of the way, out of that location, so all the rest of the bees fly back to this hive on the left side of the screen. Got bees just spilling everywhere. Shake the bottom board off over the boxes. Shake this bottom box off. Just trying to let them split up a little bit. Then I gotta come over here and get their little stand out of the way, get the strap out of there. I just want everything out of that spot. Hey, thanks for watching if you made it this far. Here at the end I'm just going to spin the camera around and show you the catch box. Take care.